this wonderful roommate, but she was all about her shoes. She loved her shoes. And we had very different shifts, but at the same job. So we knew the same people. And there was this one night, because I worked the night shift, and I was up all night. And I was up to the point where, well, she's going to be up for work soon because she had a really early shift. So as she's getting dressed, and we had this habit where our house was too big for us to have a conversation in separate rooms. I would just follow her around and talk to her while she did what she needed to do. So she's demonstrating to me what she's going to wear to work that day. And she's like, should I wear this shoe or should I wear this shoe? Now, these shoes were the same color, but they had different heel heights, right? Mm-hmm. And one was a strap and one was a pump. And so I'm like, well, you should wear that shoe. And then, she came in, ate the breakfast that I happened to make for her that morning, and, she went off to work. And so she comes home from work later that day after I'd been sleeping, and I wake up, and she's like, look at what I'm wearing. And so I'm like, what? You look great. You always look great. She's like, look again. I don't see anything. Well, no. She had gone to work with both of those different shoes on that day. And,
oh my gosh.
So she's walking around and people are like, saying how nice she looks. And, she models her dress in the lunchroom and all this. So she tells me that it was not until the afternoon as she's talking to our manager. And she's sitting there with her leg crossed and she's flipping the one shoe, she's talking to him, crosses, goes back to the other, starts to flip the other leg, and then she realizes it's not flipping. And her face turns beet red. He's like, what did I miss? And then, then he's like, oh, you're wearing different shoes. And then suddenly everyone in the office knows she's been wearing different shoes all day. So imagine that happening, right? And I'm thinking, wow, that could be an interesting metaphor for someone whose life has multiple examples, right? Very converging. Someone who's got here's this lifestyle, but this parent emulated, or this side of the family emulated this side of the family was very extremely different and emulated that. That could be such an interesting avenue for making a book.
No. That's a great conversation. I've heard similar. I mean, that's bless her heart. I bet she was just mortified, and that no one could tell, or no one said anything. Of course, there's probably nothing she could have done except take them both off and just walk around with no shoes.
I honestly think no one noticed until she noticed.
That is so funny. And I've heard different stories to that effect of where people have the same type shoe in different colors, mm-hmm. and they go in their closet and put, maybe the lights out or whatever, but they put on that shoe and get to work and realize they're wearing one is black and one is blue or whatever,